and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ m ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa onye na-efe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla anyị aka ike niile na ọbadịrị aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikpere anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna n'ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọbụla anyị a na-azọpụta onye ọbụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
The situation we are in now is not a time to be silent. It's not a time to begin to look on our shoulders. It's not a time to begin to think who is watching and who is not watching. This is the time for us to activate the freedom of Biafran people from all corners. We have a responsibility to do something, and we must all start doing something now, not tomorrow. We must start doing something now to fight for our freedom. And I want to remind you of the notice and the decision that the Biafran people have taken. We have taken a decision to defend ourselves, to defend our land, and to restructure our land and make sure that every Biafran is safe. Let us watch this.
I'm going to call on the politicians in Biafra land to pull out every military in Biafra land. We do not want to see military anymore gallivanting and killing people in our villages, in our communities. We will bring this particular war not to the military, but to those who are responsible in bringing those military to them, to our place. So we are today giving notice to the politicians who have now militarized our territory. They have turned democratic process and democratic government into a military dictatorship. They have turned Biafra into a war zone. So we are giving them between now and the 15th of March to pull out military from Biafra land. We are not saying you should leave your barracks. We are not saying, but you must be out of our villages. We do not want to see military operation anywhere in Biafra land, starting from the 15th of March 2022. Starting from the 15th of March 2022, if we see any military going around and burning any houses, we will bring war to those who bring them. Not only the military.
27 February 2022. These people, they don't have any other option than to surrender. We know that it's the Fulani herdsmen that are supposed to carry cow, they waka. Now they don't drop the cow, carry gun. But na kick bazaar. How maka hahonaya? Zoological Republic of Nigeria. That is the happen for Russia and Ukraine. So Hachevia maka na la Biafra. Oh, and boys, go other Biafra or there to take bazaar.
From the 15th of this month, if you continue to come and kill our children, kill our women, kill our men and our elderly people, render them homeless, and create IDP camp where they are not supposed to be IDP camp, in the 21st century, we are going to bring the war to those who were bringing this military and who ordered them to come down. And we know who you are.
From the disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our brother Simon Ekpa. You have had a straight message. This is a decision taken by Biafrans. It's not just Simon Ekpa speaking. This is a decision that has been taken by Biafran people. And Chukwu Okike Abiama have passed the message through Simon Ekpa. Biafrans are going to enforce it. Don't think it's a joke. If you have a brother or a sister or whoever you have that is in the government, that is part of those who are acting as informant against the Biafra people. If you have anybody related to you that you know that is a politician, that is part of those who is bringing the military to Biafra land, you better warn them. You better warn them. Tell them to take back their military where they brought it from. Tell them to send the military back to their barracks. If they refuse, as from 15 onwards, you are going to see a different dimension that you will never believe. And so many of you who are involved in taking the life of the Biafran people, you will not live to tell the story. You will not live to tell the story. Be warned. We know that the Janjaweed are stubborn. They will never hear. The same thing with the people who are empowering them, they will never hear until when it is too late. We cannot cry anymore. As you're watching this video, we are still losing our people in Biafra land. We are still losing Biafra. We are losing mothers, sisters, brothers. The youths in Biafra land are on the run. As you're watching this video, how long shall we continue to run? We won't run anymore. We have prepared to defend ourselves, and we will defend ourselves until the last man standing. Yes, we will. Everything you know you can do to make sure that Biafra is being free, to make sure the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being free. This is time to put it in place. This is not the time to be looking at your shoulders. This is not the time to be looking at who is blackmailing, who is talking or who is not talking. This is not the time of talking about irrelevant. This is the time for us to be focused to take our freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. And before he comes out, we have to clear all the obstacles on the road. How are we going to clear it? We will clear up the obstacles by embarking on massive civil disobedience. Don't be distracted. Civil disobedience is the only tool that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every other confusion you see out there, every other distraction you see out there, just ignore them. Ignore the distractions. Be focused. As soon as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, every record will be set straight. Every single record will be set straight. But now, the only thing that connects every one of us that we should be concerned about is how to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and how to free Biafra. Remember, the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the freedom of Biafra people. And we must be focused. No matter the distraction, wherever it's coming from east, west, north, and south, from any angle it's coming from, we must remain resolute and focused. Continue to ask for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the freedom of Biafran people. We will be free. No matter how the enemy try to distract us, no matter the language they use, no matter how they try to build their boundaries, no matter the obstacle, stay focused. Do not speak about irrelevant things. Even when you see things, any debate that you know that will not add to the actualization of Biafra, any debate you know that will cause confusion, don't engage in it. If you see any debate that is not going to add anything positive to the struggle, don't engage in it. Ignore it. Ignore it. You must not answer all calls. You must not respond to every comment. You must not listen to every broadcast. Every broadcast you're not comfortable with, that your spirit tells you that this is not right. Ignore it. Ignore it. As I have always said, Chukwu Okike Abiama is in charge of the struggle. And Chukwu Okike Abiama is speaking to every single Biafran person. It's led for you to listen to that tiny voice. That tiny voice will always come to you as a Biafran. That tiny voice will always ring a bell in your ears. That tiny voice will always remind you and tell you to wake up. It is led for you to listen to that voice and do that which is right. The enemy we are up against are not relenting their efforts. They are not relenting. We are up against a wealthy enemy, a connected enemy, an unrepentant enemy, a wicked enemy. You have heard recently that the imposter in Asarok gave Afghanistan $1 billion. $1 million. Who in his right senses will give Afghanistan $1 million? A terrorist government in Afghanistan that everybody knows. A terrorist government that the United States was chased out. And they left ammunition in their hand. And people are still scared. The world is still scared, not knowing what will happen the next minute. And yet, somebody is donating $1 million to Afghanistan. And OIC is thanking the imposter in Asarok. Thanking the imposter in Asarok for giving Afghanistan $1 million. This is a man who is running a country that is living on borrowing. Nigeria is living on borrowing from any person they can be able to borrow, even to individuals. Nigeria is borrowing and stealing from all corners. Yet, their president is donating $1 million to a terrorist government. What does that tell you? They don't mean well for you. They don't mean well for you. And anything can happen in that country. That is why I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for Biafrans that are standing strong. Biafrans that are standing strong, airing their opinion through civil disobedience, doing everything possible to make sure that their voice is being heard. Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to bless you and guide and protect you. We are in a difficult situation. If you don't know that Nigeria is dead and buried, you better wake up and know that. If you don't know, you are risking your own life. You are risking your own life. Look at everything that is happening around you. Everything that is happening around you is pointing to the sign that Nigeria is irredeemable. Even some people who are pretending in the past today, they are saying it openly. They are saying that Nigeria cannot exist more than 2023. But you still see some people from the southern, even Biafran people, who are still talking about Igbo presidency. Igbo presidency that will kill you. Igbo presidency that you know that is a fraud. Igbo presidency that you know that is a scam. Igbo president that you know that will destroy you as a Biafran. Igbo president will destroy you the more. Igbo presidency will destroy you the more. If you doubt it, go and check people who are coming up for the Igbo presidency. Rocha Sokorocha, Oju Zokalo. These are ARC members of the caliphate. These are the instruments of the caliphate. They are the ones coming out for the presidency. Did you see any responsible person coming out? Did you see any other responsible person declaring for presidency? Moghalu has declared, but Moghalu is neither in the APC nor in PDP. And nobody, he cannot smell it. You and I know that Moghalu can never ever see the presidential seat in Nigeria. He will not. So anybody who knows him should advise him to keep his money and stop wasting his time. Focus on the actualization of Biafra. Break up the contraption. Any angle you can start, anything you can do, any way you can do it to break it up, so that every section will go back home and be able to write a constitution they can defend and live a normal life. Today you see everybody. Pa Aya Dombeja have said it. Pa Aya Dombeja for a very long time have been calling for restructuring. It is clear that the Janjaweed do not want to restructure Nigeria, but they can never and will never restructure Nigeria. It doesn't matter the language you use. They will tell you they don't know the meaning. When you try to interpret the explain to you, they will never buy the idea. And yet somebody will be hoping on a better Nigeria. Nigeria will never be better. Look at the people who are coming out. And recently, look at one of the saboteurs is now supporting Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi coming for presidency. Do you know who is supporting Dave Umahi? Edwin Clark. Edwin Clark, an ex-saboteur. An ex-saboteur is somebody who is supporting Dave Umahi for presidency. What does that tell you? That you are going to face your doom. If you get that presidency, if you get it, you will face your doom. We know it's not going to come. It will never come. There will be no 2023 election, no matter how they try. Chukwu Okike Abiama will put a stop to it. They think that when they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in captivity, when they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu incommunicado, then they will have the chance to begin to peddle their lies and broadcast all their evil and begin to send their agenda. It will not work. Holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until thy kingdom come. Your 2023 election can never hold. Every single man living in the planet Earth on that contract of Nigeria, they have known the truth and everybody's awake. Every single person have known that Nigeria is dead and buried. They know that Nigeria will never survive. They know that Nigeria is gone and everybody is on their own. Everybody on their own. Now you see people in Nigeria are even planning, struggling to see how to go to Ukraine to fight in their war and then be citizens over there. That is how bad it is. That is how bad it is. People in that contraption called Nigeria are looking for a means to go to Ukraine and be a citizen in order to fight in their war. Fight in their war. If they survive, they become a citizen and have a good life. They are saying that it is better to die in Ukraine than to die in Nigeria. That is what Nigeria has become. People in Nigeria prefer to go to Ukraine and die than to die in Nigeria. What does that tell you? It tells you that there is no nation called Nigeria. Nigeria was not established to serve anybody, not the Biafrans, not the Withdrawal, not the Middle Beltans, not anybody. And no single person is patriotic to that British company. It is a company established to serve the British. So the more you continue to waste your garden time to talk about it, the more you are wasting your life. Those of you who are talking about 2023, thinking that it will get worse. As the day goes by, it will get worse. There will be more death. There will be more destruction. There will be more failure. The earlier you wake up, the better for you. The earlier you wake up and begin to look to the right direction and think the right thought, the better for you. As it stands now, there is no remedy for your so-called Nigeria. No remedy. No remedy. You saw Payo Debenjo last time when he was being interviewed about the constitution nonsense. When you talk about the constitution that they are, the constitution, every one of them know, they have said it and they believe that the constitution is fraud. They have said it in their House of Assembly. Many people have said it that they should throw away that constitution to dustbin and create a constitution of the people, that the people by themselves should write a constitution that is going to favor them. But the caliphate will never ever agree to that. Instead, they prefer every one of us to die. They prefer every one of us to die instead of them to change that constitution because it's paid their bill. And Britain is supporting them. Any place you are in that country called Nigeria, as long as you are indigenous, know your common enemy. If you're a Biafran, know your common enemy. If you're a Biafran, continue to fight for your collective interest. Our collective interest is to have our freedom, to have a nation of our own. Our collective interest is to make sure that our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released and Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will raise the flag of Biafra. Our collective interest is to see a nation where everybody will be equal, where everybody will be treated equal, where everybody will be respected, where people can be patriotic. That is our dream. Our common interest is to run away from the slavery of the caliphate, from the slavery of the Janjaweed, from the slavery of the British. That is the collective interest of every Biafran. And we must have to focus on that. Stop looking at your shoulder. Stop talking about irrelevant things. Stop giving your voice to things that are irrelevant. Some topics that are irrelevant, you make them relevant by talking about it. You make people who are not relevant by speaking about them and calling their name on your platform. When you call their name in your platform, when you talk about them, you are making them relevant. When you are discussing a topic that is irrelevant, that you and I know that is irrelevant, a topic that you know that is irrelevant, that cannot hold water, it doesn't matter how you push it. It doesn't matter how you push it. It is irrelevant, I would never hold water. When you begin to argue about it and address it in your platform, you're wasting your time. Why not you focus? Focus and let us continue to run the race that we are running. How to actualize Biafra. The restoration of Biafra, which is what took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to captivity, which is what many Biafran have died for. The restoration of Biafra, which we all believe is what is going to give us our different nations. Let us focus on it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter what you think. Biafra will be restored. And in Biafra, there is no minority. In Biafra, our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have laid the foundation that we are following, have said it, there is no minority in Biafra. We are all equal people. We are from one ancestral parents. And when Biafra come, every family can go and answer their own nation. Every family can stand at a nation. They will stand a nation and defend themselves. They will stand at a nation and use their own economy, use their own resources to produce whatever they don't produce and prosper themselves. Why are you listening to the voice of the enemy? Nigeria has ended. For those of you who still believe in one Nigeria, who somehow are still thinking that if you are an indigenous person in that country called Nigeria, and you are thinking that Nigeria has ended. Nigeria has ended. It has not ended. We are just waiting for the whistle to be blown so that everybody will go their separate ways. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to blow that whistle. Every single indigenous tribe will be free, whether they like it or not. In a country where people, a place that's supposed to be a country, people who are there are crying, are looking for opportunity to go and fight in a war to be a citizen on another place. Nigerian citizens are planning to go and fight a war, go to a war zone and fight. If they succeed, a war that they don't have guarantee if they'll be alive or not, but they want to be there. They said it is better to die in a war than for them to die in Nigeria without any hope. At least they go and fight in the war. If they succeed, then they will have a nationality where their life is protected. And even if they die, that their family will be protected. Unlike Nigeria. Unlike Nigeria, where if you don't die in the hand of the police, you will die in the hand of the Fulani herdsmen. If you die in the hand of the Fulani herdsmen, you will die in the hand of the military. If you don't die in the hand of the military, you will die in the hand of the terrorists in Nigeria. Everything in Nigeria is a trap. The government itself will make sure they render useless. And even when you die serving that contract called Nigeria, you have nothing to show for it. If you die serving that contraption, serving British company called Nigeria, you will have nothing to show for it. Your family will suffer the more. That is why you see people there crying to go to Ukraine and fight. Even when they know they have seen the hatred that Ukraine have on black people. They have seen the way black people have been treated. But yet, people in that country called Nigeria are contemplating going to Ukraine to fight. If you think it's a joke, I want you to listen to this very video I'm going to play. Listen carefully and see the kind of mindset Nigeria have built into their people. Why you must ask for the end of that contract from Nigeria. Watch.
I want to go and fight for Ukrainians. I've enrolled into Nigerian Defense Academy for the past three times. Three consecutive times. 2013, I was there in Kaduna, Zaria. Even when my name was enlisted, they said I still have to have a link to a general or senator.
It's better for someone to even die there than to die in this country.
Yes.
My brother, is it anything special in this country? You and I know that nothing special in this country. Traveling from here to Ukraine to Ukraine and assist them in fighting, I believe is the best thing. Is the best thing that Nigeria youth. You understand? And you be guaranteed. Even if you die there, I'm sure that your family will not suffer here in Nigeria.
My dream have been to be in the military. That have been my dream. My childhood dream is I've been to be in military. And since for the past since 2012, I've tried severally. Applying for DXX, Navy, Army, Air Force. I've tried severally. It's not one, it's not two. It's like consistent. In fact, I would say that all the applications that I've underwent in the Nigerian Army and paramilitaries, I've applied for all, but it's not working out. We are not opportune to know people that are in office, in public office. High government, we are not opportune. That's the truth. For the news I had, online, what the thing stated that if you're willing, do you understand that a provision will be made for you and all that. Me hearing is a reverse this is an issue I'm hearing now that if you want to go, you should be the ones to make a visa for yourself and all that, go to Poland, then they will know that they'll see the readiness in you. To me, they're not ready.
They said that we that are willing to go there, we have to raise the sum of $1,000, which is about 500,000 naira. I was like, but that wasn't what you guys are telling us is totally different from what we read online. I don't think they are ready for that. They just want us to go and hustle for the money. If I have $1,000 here in Nigeria, I know the business, I will invest it.
You have seen it. You have seen the situation in a country some of you are defending. A country that some of you are defending, you have seen it. That people in it are willing to go to Ukraine and fight. If they succeed, they succeed. If they die, they die. They say it is better to die in Ukraine than to die in Nigeria. That is how serious it is. That is how serious and deadly it is. You even see them explaining. Even those of them who wanted to serve in the Nigerian army, willingly, who wanted to go and serve with their whole heart, they were refused the opportunity simply because they don't have any connection. Everything you have to earn in that company called Nigeria, you must know somebody. You must be connected. You must know somebody before you can be able to have an opportunity to even show your own idea. For you to have opportunity to even defend that country, you must have connected to somebody, or else you won't. You saw the confessions of people who are in that contraption. Is that a country? Does that happen in the country? Those are citizens of a supposedly country. Look at what they're saying. They are willing to go and die in another nation. That it's better to die in another nation and have a hope than to die in that country called Nigeria, where you will die and you will die for nothing. Even those who are their servicemen, they die for nothing, nothing to offer. And I can tell you that some of their servicemen, if they have the opportunity to go to Ukraine and fight, they will go there and fight. If they succeed, they succeed. If they die, they die. That is how Nigeria has been destroyed. It is high time Biafrans wake up. Every single Biafran, wherever you are, we must have to continue to look for our freedom. And our freedom is close. This is not the time to step back. This is the time to fight more than ever. Civil disobedience, take it to the highest level. Take the civil disobedience to the highest level. The time has come. Nobody is going to enforce anything for you. You will enforce it. My brothers and sisters in Biafra land, they are already doing a great work. They are doing great. I can't thank them enough. They are doing great. Today we are talking about sit at home, sit at home. Sit at home was done by those who are sitting in that contract for Nigeria. Those people who are in Biafra land, they implemented it, and today the whole world is talking about it. Even the Janjaweed cannot handle it anymore. Everybody is talking about it today. We are going to raise the bar. Sit at home on Sunday, sit at home on Monday. Any other day that can be added, we have to sit at home. Economic sanction to the Janjaweed, you have to enforce it. You and I will enforce it. Economic sanction. Don't give your money or your revenue to them anymore. Don't give your revenue to them. No matter how they try, no matter how they blackmail you, do not give any revenue to them. Keep it to yourself. It is going to be useful in time to come. Stop empowering your killers. The money you are paying is what Hobos of the Mama is using to bring military. The money you are paying is what all those criminals are using to bring military into the land to destroy innocent lives. How long shall you continue to participate in that? How long shall you continue to allow them to destroy innocent lives? Enough is enough. We can no longer tolerate that. We can no longer tolerate that. We will fight and fight until the last man standing. We will never give up. Wherever you are in Biafra land, wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up now, fight and fight like never before. Don't give up. Victory is sure and victory is close, closer than ever. Our victory is much more closer than ever. This is not the time to look back. Don't look at your shoulder. Don't look at the blackmails. Don't look at the propaganda. Don't look at irrelevant things. Continue to be focused. Forward ever and backward never. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, we will continue until Biafra comes. Watch this jingle once again. This is not a child's play. It is not a blackmail, neither a propaganda. Biafrans will enforce everything you're going to hear in this video. We will enforce it. From 15th of this month onwards, it will no longer be business as usual. From 15th of this month, it will no longer be business as usual. The warning has been given for every military that are having operation in Biafra land to leave. Every military having operation in our cities, in our villages, should go back to their barrack, or else after 15th of this month, it will never be business as usual. We know that they are stubborn. We are dealing with monsters who don't understand a simple language. The only language they understand is language of force. But as from the first 15th of this month, the game changer starts. Prepare yourself, you Biafran and Biafra land. Prepare yourself for what is about to come. We will never stop until Biafra comes. I will remind you again about the jingle. Let us take it as a short break.
I'm going to call on the politicians in Biafra land to pull out every military land. We do not want to see military anymore gallivanting and killing people in our villages, in our communities. We will bring this particular war not to the military, but to those who are responsible in bringing those military to them, to our place. So we are today giving notice to the politicians who have now militarized our territory. They have turned democratic process and democratic government into a military dictatorship. They have turned Biafra into a war zone. So we are giving them between now and the 15th of March to pull out military from Biafra land. We are not saying you should leave your barracks. We are not saying, but you must be out of our villages. We do not want to see military operation anywhere in Biafra land, starting from the 15th of March 2022. Starting from the 15th of March 2022, if we see any military going around and burning any houses, we will bring war to those who bring them. Not only the military.
27 February 2022. These people, they don't have any other option than to surrender. We know that it's the Fulani herdsmen that are supposed to carry cow, they waka. Now they don't drop the cow, carry gun. But na kick bazaar. How maka hahunaya? Zoological Republic of Nigeria. That is they happen for Russia and Ukraine. So Hachevia maka na la Biafra. And boys, go other Biafra or there to Biafra.
From the 15th of this month, if you continue to come and kill our children, kill our women, kill our men and our elderly people, render them homeless, and create IDP camp where they are not supposed to be IDP camp in the 21st century, we are
had it, the message is clear, and you have to take heed. It is not a blackmail. Neither is it just a mere hearsay. It is going to happen. We are dealing with monsters who don't understand the language of peace, the language of quietness. We are going to take it to them very, very hot. Take this message serious and strengthen yourself. Every Biafra in Biafra land, prepare yourself for what is about to come. Prepare yourself, embrace yourself. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect every single Biafran in Biafra land. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will direct every Biafran all over the world, wherever you are. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide and protect our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, secure him, give him good health, and bring him back to us very soon. We must continue until Biafra comes. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from, and remember this. See you again next time.